Hey guys, this is Herbie, and this is another tutorial, this time on a different mod, the UH-60M Blackhawk mod. This is a mod that hasn't been publicly released yet, but it's a very interesting mod. It's, in its way, groundbreaking in the way that it is kind of revolutionising helicopters. The first thing you'll notice it adds is this very good model of a UH-60M. Apparently it's very accurate. I wouldn't know because I know fuck all about helicopters. But it does look good, and it does look pretty. But the exciting part of this mod, the most exciting part of this mod anyway, is when you get in the pilot seat, you'll see you've got a little blue dot in the centre of your screen, and as you hover over things you're able to click buttons, and that kind of ranges from anything to how bright you want the console lights, to turning the engines on and using this little menu. So to start up this UH-60, you need to first of all turn the power on. Because with the power you'll get access to this menu and the checklists that will tell you how you can turn it on, so you don't have to remember yourself. So to turn the power on, you turn on the two generators and the two batteries. And now you've got this little menu. And if you click checklists on the menu, you've got a checklist for startup and shutdown. So you click startup, and if you look back up here, it tells you, it gives you stages 1 and 2. So I've done stages 1 and 2. Stage 3 is to turn the fuel pump to APU. So that's here, fuel pump to APU. Step 4 is the APU const to on, like so. Step 5 is the APU generator to on. And then step 6 is the standby instrument to ARM. And that gives you this little screen in the middle, which even if all this breaks, that stays. And that's it for page 1. Page 2 is turning on the actual engines. So the first thing you do is you turn the engine ignition to on. You turn this thing to APU. You then need to start turning on the fuel and the engines. So you've got two engines on the helicopter, one on each side, and each one's got a fuel system, an engine start button, and a engine power control button. The first thing you want to do is you want to set the fuel system to DIR, which is direct, which means that this each one's got the same fuel tank and it's directly going into this engine. You've also got XFD, which basically lets both engines take from both fuel tanks. You click engine start, turn it to idle, and do the same with the other one. Once it's on idle, once both are on idle, you then turn them on to fly. So you got idle, fly, and then APU cont is to off, and this turns to engine. And you'll see on this little display, you'll see these green bars filling up. This is your RPM, your rotations per minute. Once it hits that yellow line, you're clear to fly. Some of the nice little things on here. So this is your collective. So this is really how you're going to control a lot of the aircraft. This is your altitude, and this is your altitude speed meter. So it'll tell you if you're going up or down. Now what I'll hopefully do is do a quick fly out. What's wrong? That's not wrong. Fuck you. So yeah, we'll go back to the menu. So now we've hit the yellow lines, we can turn our collective up, which will take us off. And you'll see a little blue button appearing. Now the collective is one way you control it, also the how much you're moving the aircraft, or whether you're kind of nose down or nose up, also controls it. I'm just going to do a quick loop, which will mean trying not to go too fast because I'm not a very good pilot. And coming in for a bumpy landing. So that's going up, going down, and a very crappy landing. If we go back to the checklists, you've got a shutdown checklist. So number 1, the parking brake to on. That stops the wheels from moving, so you can taxi this like a plane. The next thing is the fuel booster pumps to off. So that's here. Okay, already off. So that's only if you used it. APU cont to on. The generators to off. Engine 1, engine 2 power to off. That's here. To off. And their fuel to off as well. And finally the ignition key to off. Now that's turned my engines off. And you'll hear the rotors are decreasing in speed. To fully power down, I turn my APU generator to off. I turn APU cont to off. Oop, that was meant to go off first. Oops. And then battery 1 and battery 2 to off. And that's my plane turned off. I can also turn the standby instrument off as well. And that's it, powered down. The rotors will eventually stop. Obviously they've moved quite quickly, so there's a lot of force in there. But that's starting up, taking off and powering down the UH-60M mod. I'll put a link in the description for the Discord for this mod, which will let you get updates on kind of how the development is going. Also, if you check out Yax's YouTube, that's the kind of main place he posts a lot of videos. And that's it for the UH-60M, at least for startup, doing a fly around, crappy landing and power down. Thanks for watching, and look forward to more videos on this particular modification in the hopefully near future.